Welcome to Joystick, my friend. You are going to learn to solve an interesting string slicing problem in this video. This video is a continuation of slicing in Python series, and if you want to watch the previous slicing in Python videos, then you can either click on the I button or check the description box. Well, now let's see what the problem is. You are given a list which contains strings as its elements. All you need to do is find the incremental slices from each of the elements of this list, put all those slices together to form a string, and then create a list of individual elements from this string. So if I have a list containing these elements, these strings, then the incremental slices which are going to come out of these elements will be P from the first element, YT from the second element, and HON from the third element. As the output of the program, you need to create a string Python, which is formed by combining all these incremental slices you can see. And then as the final output, you need to create a list containing individual elements of this string. You can see that this list contains the individual characters of this string Python. So this is the ask of this problem. I'll switch to PyCharm now, where I'll begin coding this program. I highly recommend you follow along with me, as that way you will be able to develop a good foundation of the slicing feature of Python. This is an interesting problem and will seriously boost your skills of string slicing. So make sure you watch this video till the end. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, then hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, as that way you won't miss out on the videos I make that help you grow in Python. This is my PyCharm IDE in which I have created this file in which I'm going to write the program. Let's first write the main function. To do that, I'll simply type the keyword main, and PyCharm is going to do the rest of the work for me. There you go. The main function has been created. First, you will create and initialize the list from which you will create the incremental slices. So let's name it li, and then within square brackets you will write pi, that's the first element. Then the second element will be ytre, and the third element will be honey. So by writing this line of code, you have created and initialized the list that contains these three elements. Now you'll write a loop, because the incremental slices need to be cut off from each of these elements. So you need to run over each and every element. So you'll write for I in range, within brackets you'll make use of len function, and within the len function you will pass our list li, and finally you will write colon. This variable I is going to contain the index of each element of this list, and this loop is going to run for the length of the list. That is why we have used len function. Now you will have to access each element of this list. So for that, the code will be li and within square brackets I. This way we are going to access each element of this list. After that, it's time to write the main slicing syntax. So when this index, the value of I, is 0 and it's about element 1, that is pi, then you will have to cut the first character off from this element pi. So I am talking about cutting off p from pi, and that's the first character. When this index is 1, that means the value of I is 1, it's about element 2, ytre. You will have to then cut off the first two characters, So for that, the slicing syntax will be within square brackets, you will write colon, and you'll simply write I plus 1. So when the value of I is 0, this slicing syntax will become 0:1. And hence it will slice off the first character from the first element of this list. When the value of I is 1, then this slicing syntax, I'm talking about this one over here, will become 0:2, and hence it will slice off the first two characters of the second element. So this is the key syntax that will actually create the incremental slices. Now, since you need to create a string, hence every incremental slice needs to be added to the previous one. For that, you will create and initialize a string variable. Let's call it str, and let's initialize it to nothing. And over here, you will write str plus equal to, and after that, our slicing syntax. That's it. This is going to create the string. Now, the next thing that you are going to do is to print the value of this string. So you will write print, and then you will mention this string variable within the brackets. Finally, you have to create a list of characters from this string. For that, you are going to create a list first. So let's call it res, and you will write an equals to sign, and you will make use of list function and pass this str as its parameter. And finally, you will write the code to print this list. There you go. It's time to check the output of the program. So I'll click on the play button now, and let's see what output it gives. You can see the program is printing the correct string Python, and in the second line you see that this string Python has been converted into a list of characters. So we have achieved the ask of this question. All the incremental slices have been combined to form this string Python, and then that string has been converted into a list of characters. With this, we have come to the end of this video. If you have watched all my videos of the slicing in Python series, then I'm sure you have moved one level up when it comes to string slicing. I look forward to helping you with Python programming. Do let me know in the comment section if you have any doubts. And only for this video, goodbye and take very good care of yourself.